It is now time to wrap up this season of the Sunoco Busch GN National Series here at Homestead for the Ford 300. This is the final event, so someone's going to be champion when it's all said and done. Here's where we stand thus far. Faith Johnson and Christina Cowan are first and second in the points. Faith has 4,597 points. Christina is 140 points behind with 4,457. Basically, Christina needs to run the table to win the race and hope Faith Johnson suffers in a DNF today. So that's basically where we stand as far as that is concerned. But nonetheless, you want to talk about behind the eight ball, wait till we get into the starting grid for that to be put into fruition, because on the pole for the second time this season, Emily Johnson, the other Johnson sister, winner at South Boston, will lead, and on alongside will be Tim Gardner, a multiple-time winner in the Cornflakes Olds. Row 2 will be Celia Brewer, another multiple-time winner, and Jeremy Doobie, the winner at Hickory. Row 3 will be Andre Kasher, the winner at Charlotte, the most recent one. And here's your points leader, Faith Johnson, who's already starting 6th to kick off this race. Ralph Green will make row number 4 with Tim Freilich alongside. They both have won their respective events this year. Tim actually trying to get into the top 5 of things. He's still actually in the top 5 with a very solid showing recently. Ken Johnson and Mike Doobie will make row number 5. Mike was finally got his win at Phoenix earlier a few events ago. Juliet Leonard and Courtney Winterbauer will make row number 6. Juliet was the winner at Nazareth. Lena Savage the winner at Milwaukee, and Jason Wong will make row number 7. Gabriella Bryan and Keith Batson, the third in the points, who lost his shot at staying in the championship contention with a very haphazard showing at California. Alexander Wilson Leach, the winner at Rockingham, and Kelsey McEwen will make row number 9.
Drivers, start your engine!
Row 10 will be Jack Richardson, McDonald's Ford, Matthew Rodriguez, the Pikes Peak winner. Row 12 will be Zed Weinstein and Dunlap Brad, the two-time winner. Row 12 will be Casey Hutchison and Darnell Jones, the winner in Kentucky. Row 13 will be Trey Robertson, Adam Fiegel, the pole sitter at Chicagoland. Row 14 will be Jacob Rodriguez and Ann Batson, a two-time winner. Row 15 will be Jordan Hetzer, who won recently at California, and Matt Richards. Grace Gwennon and Gerald Ickman, the Talladega winner, will make row number 12. Dougie Shears and Nick Knotts will make row number 13. Aiden Klein and Christian Brannon will make row 17. Row 18 will be Hayden Klein and Christian Brannon. Row 19 will be Grace Freeman, the most recent winner in Atlanta, and Adam Chambers, the winner at IRP. Ed Gardner and Diana Panic will make row number 20, and rounding out the field will be Charles Jackson, the pole sitter at Kentucky, and the one who is right now in the championship contention behind the 8 ball right now, Christina Cowan, who trails the field. The top qualifying time was 155.026 miles per hour by Emily Johnson, so she's got the honor of having another pole to wrap up this season. So it'll be 20 laps right here at Homestead, 1.5 mile oval. Get ready. Championship up for grabs. Let's go. Green now. Faith Johnson with the early jump on things. Give me Emily Johnson, the early jump on things. Faith right there on the outside in third. Actually in fifth. 3 wide racing. Jeremy Doobie, Celia Brewer make it 4 wide. Up. Well, that was close. Faith Johnson actually right behind the number 97, actually behind Jeremy Doobie now. They start to spread out. 4 wide. Oh, there we go. Celia Brewer in the wall. And we're still going. Adam Chambers, and you can add Christina Cowan. The 8 ball continues to be trouble for Christina Cowan. She's got her work cut out, and that was not what she wanted. To be trapped in a backfield with Adam Chambers and Diana Panic. So let's actually see where the first caution, the original triggered caution, which was Celia Brewer, which we saw, it got 4 wide. We saw, while we were focusing on the points leader, Faith Johnson, you see Jeremy Doobie and Tim Gardner all get together there. The window closed up. Jeremy Doobie went right into Celia. Celia went into the roll. Jeremy made a slide, same with Tim Gardner. And that was actually the only thing that happened there. Now we'll show you what happened with Adam Chambers. Actually, Adam Chambers was not the reason. It was actually more so. You'll see he got 4 wide here. Christina Cowan. Right after the spin, you saw Christina Cowan and Charles Jackson, Adam Chambers. They all got together. You saw Diana Panic hit the wall. Not a good way to start for Christina Cowan if she's got to go on a mission to clinch a championship. And that could hurt her championship hopes unless she could really turn a corner. Not a very good showing so far, so things go off to a very rocky start for our number 2 in the points, Christina Cowan, and that knowing that she's got a long way to go to catch up to the number 86 olds, that is Faith Johnson. So looking at where we stand, Emily Johnson still leads. Ralph Green is second. Andre Castro third. Ken Johnson fourth. Juliet Leonard rounding out the top 5. By the way, Ken, no relation to the Johnson sisters. Faith sixth. So far, holding her own right now. She's got it all right now. Destiny's in her hands. Lena Savage, Tim Freilich, Gabriella Bryan, and Mike Doobie, your top 10. And Alexander Wilson, Leach, Jack Richards, Courtney Winterbauer, Zed Weinstein, Jason Wong, Keith Batson, Casey Hutchinson, Kelsey McEwen, Trey Roberts, Matthew Rodriguez, Jacob Rodriguez, Don Lamprad, Jordan Hetzer, Darnell Jones, Grace Gwenin, Dougie Shears, Adam Fiegel, Ann Batson, Tim Gardner, Hayden Klein, Gerald Ickmat, Grace Friedman, Ed Gardner, Jeremy Doobie, Matt Richards, Nick Knotts, Christian Brannon, Charles Jackson, Christina Cowan, Diana Panic, Celia Brewer, and Adam Chambers tails the field. So that I do believe will be back to green flag racing. Will probably be 15 laps to go, guesstimating. I'm probably looking at lap number 6. We'll be back to green flag racing. And right now it's Emily Johnson leading. Won at South Boston earlier this year. But the show has all been about Faith. So here we're going to go back to green flag racing. 15 laps to go with Emily Johnson sitting the tone. Right now your top 5, only one has not won, and that was Ken Johnson, who's right now sitting in 4th. Once again, no relation to the Johnson sisters. Emily leads. Ralph Green tries to make a little bit of a peek down inside. Ralph, who won the Coca-Cola's, actually Ralph, who won at Richmond, the most recent Richmond event. They go down the back straightaway, and Ralph Green will take the lead. The number 70 Pontiac, excuse me. Looking on the inside now is Andre Castro. He won at Charlotte. There's Lena Savage now making a move up too, in the number 95 Shoney's in Olds. Battle for the lead going on now a little bit more. As Andre Castro leads, behind them 3 abreast racing. Emily Johnson moving back. Here comes Faith getting into trying to get a top 5 spot. No room to make a purchase. Faith right now goes right behind Juliet Leonard. The Johnson sisters right there, and there's the other Johnson, the non-Johnson family member. That's Ken Johnson. Oh, they got a little touch there with Lena Savage and Faith Johnson and the Johnson sisters, and around goes. We got ourselves a brick wall. Emily Johnson, Faith Johnson, and one's on their roof. We've got a couple on their roof. All started with a 4 abreast situation. Faith Johnson, Emily Johnson, Juliet Leonard. Who is in that one? That was unbelievable. Christina Cowan Problems for Christina. Basically the whole field, a good chunk of it, got knocked out in one shot. Right at the stripe. There's Lena Savage, Faith Johnson following suit. That was all the trigger, was those three, and the dominoes came crashing down. And the way it looked for Christina Cowan, her championship reign, her run for the championship may be over. As it looks, it was almost a 5 wide, but it was a 4 wide. You saw Ken Johnson on the inside, Faith, Emily, and Lena Savage. They touched. They were getting really risky down there. You see Faith right in between, touching. It was almost like Greg Saxon, Pepsi 400 in 1990, sending Lena around. Faith Johnson right there, Emily Johnson right there. Faith tried to get by, got a little bit of a touch. There goes Faith into the wall. And basically right after Zed Weinstein, actually behind, that's when everybody started hitting the brakes. Dunlaprad started to trigger the domino effect. Faith Johnson, who was still going around. I saw a car go way up on their roof. Who was that? One looked like he went flying. It may have been Jeremy Doobie. So let's see. Yep. Nope. Celia Brewer getting thrown by Christina Cowan right over Jeremy Doobie. And then Jeremy Doobie gets put on their side almost, courtesy of Christina Cowan. Christian Brannon's in it. Let's go to a helicopter view on things to show you everything that went on. We'll actually use it from the spot right here where Lena Savage and Faith Johnson, all of which got together. Oh. I was trying to do something different. Wait. Let's try this one more time. See, there's Faith Johnson sliding. You'll see that. That was basically the domino effect. Dunlaprad, Lena Savage. Faith still going. Everybody stopping. Keith Batson, everybody. Jordan Hedster, Dougie Shears, Grace Gwennon, Darnell Jones. There goes Celia Brewer right over Jeremy Doobie, right on top of Matthew Rodriguez, I think that is. Charles Jackson, Ed Gardner, Diana Paddock. Just horrible. For all those, what has happened. Right now, your new leader is Andre Castro. Got the race back to life. Ralph Green second, Julia Leonard third, Ken Johnson, Gabriella Bryan now your top 5. Then Courtney Winterbauer, Zed Weinstein. Faith Johnson, how is Faith Johnson still in the top 10? After that, Lena Savage as well. She's in 10th. Jason Wong is in 9th in between. Then Jarrett, Mike Doobie, Tim Fraley, Casey Hutchinson, Trey Roberts, Matthew Rodriguez, Keith Batson, Kelsey McEwen, Jordan Hetzer, Dougie Shears, and Batson Adam Fiegel will be back to Green Flag Racing now in this lap. Grace Gwennon, Gerald Dickman, Adam Chambers, Alexander Wilson Leach, Emily Johnson, Jack Richards, Grace Freeman, Tim Gardner, Hayden Klein, Diana Panic 2 laps down. And the DNFs, Dunlaprad, Jacob Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Ed Gardner, Matt Richards, Nick Notch, Jeremy Doobie, Charles Jackson, Christian Brandon, Celia Brewer. We can make it official. Your Sunoco Busch Series champion with Christina Cowan with that DNF and that last caution. Right there, Faith Johnson is your new Sunoco Busch Series Season 1 champion. There we'll focus on her for this lap, as we'll be back to Green Flag Racing. It'll be 9 laps to go, but there's your champion, the number 86, C. Ray Olds. Right now in the 8th spot. She's the champion. No matter what happens, she will get the championship, because what a tough break for the number 89 Evinrude Pontiac of Christina Cowan, with a very consistent car from beginning to now, and has just had the hard luck of this season. Andre Castro will lead. Juliet Leonard is going to challenge Ralph Green for the for the 2nd spot. Up here, positioning change, as now Jason Wong moves around. Faith Johnson, the official champion. And Gabriella Bryan passes Juliet Leonard. Battling for 5th, Courtney Winterbauer and Ken Johnson. Zed Weinstein trying to get himself a win here. He's trying to turn it around. He's right behind Juliet Leonard. And we're back under yellow. And you can add Grace Gwenin, Diana Panic, Hayden Klein into things. Here's where that came about. There you see Emily Johnson, Alexander Wilson Leach, Kelsey McEwen. Grace goes backs into the wall. So that's triggered the yellow. And then here came Diana Panic taking a hit. Around goes Diana, and then Hayden Klein as well in the Crisco Pontiac. 3 drivers also can join the casualty list here at Homestead. So Andre Castro will once again still lead. Gabriella Bryan 2nd, Juliet Leonard, Ken Johnson your top 5, then Courtney Winterbauer, Zed Weinstein, Jason Wong, Faith Johnson, and Mike Doobie your top 10. Casey Hutchinson, Trey Roberts, Keith Batson, Tim Freilich, Lena Savage, Matthew Rodriguez, Ian Batson, Jordan Hetzer, Gerald Ickmat, Adam Chambers, Dougie Shears, Kelsey McEwen, Emily Johnson, Grace Freeman, Jack Richards, Alexander Wilson Leach, Tim Gardner, and Adam Fiegel. 28 cars remaining here. Grace Gwenin, Hayden Klein, Diana Panic now could be added to the list of with Don Lamprad and Jacob Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Ed Gardner, Matt Richards, Nick Knotts, and the rest. So now we are at lap number 14. I do believe we'll be back to green flag. We're probably looking at lap number looking at 4 laps to go, I'm guessing. 4 laps to go for Andre Castro. Now obviously if we get another yellow, that will basically end the race right there. So let's see what comes out now. Andre Castro, Ralph Green, both of which have won. Andre, as we said, won in the most recent Charlotte race. Ralph won the most recent Richmond event. And Gabriella Bryan has not won. She came so close so many times. Juliet Leonard won at Nazareth. Ken Johnson, too, has come so close so many times. 3 wide racing going into turns number 2 and going down the back straightaway. Ralph Green now battles it out with Andre Castro. They going into turn number 3 and 4. Once again, we got ourselves a 3-wide battle. And now Gabriella Bryan and Ralph Green battle. But Gabriella trying to get the lead for 3 laps to go. Ralph Green and Gabriella Bryan battling it out. Here comes Ken Johnson trying to make a move on the inside of Juliet Leonard to try to get positioning. Not yet. Gabriella Bryan leading. She has not won. She only pulled at Daytona and has not gotten anything else but that under her resume of positive note. This time by, it'll be 2 laps to go for Gabriella Bryan. Juliet Leonard will take 2nd spot from Ralph Green, extending the lead up. So now they're starting to close the gap just a touch. 2 laps to go. We getting ready for the white flag. Can Gabriella Bryan end this season right with a victory? Zed Weinstein getting himself into the 3rd spot, having one of his better showings. He's looking to get his first win of the season. White flag, 1 lap to go for Gabriella Bryan. He comes by the stripe, will take the white flag. Can she hold off the field? This final event of Season 1 of the Sunoco Busch GN National Series. Let's see who's going to get it. Will it be a repeat courtesy of Juliet Leonard? Will Zed Weinstein pull out all the stops in this final lap? Or can Gabrielle Bryan hold him off for 2 more left-hand turns? Ralph Green's in 4th. Courtney Winterbauer solid showing in the top 5, battling it out with Ken Johnson, who actually has it. But nonetheless, checkered flag getting set to fly. Your winner here, a Ford, will win here at Homestead, and it's Gabrielle Bryan getting the win. Juliet Leonard will finish 2nd, so it's a 1-2 punch for the Fords. And then Zed Weinstein will be 3rd. Ralph Green, Ken Johnson rounding out the top 5. Then Jason Vaughn, Andre Castro, Courtney Winterbauer, Trey Robertson, Casey Hutchinson, your top 10. Keith Batson, Mike Doobie, and Batson, Adam Chambers, Tim Freilich. The champ, Faith Johnson, is 16th. Gerald Dick, Matt, Jordan Hetzer, Matthew Rodriguez, Lena Savage, Grace Friedman, Emily Johnson, our pole sitter, in 22nd. Alexander Wilson Leach, Tim Gardner, Jack Richards, Dougie Shears, Kelsey McEwen, and Adam Fiegel. And then everybody else, Grace Gwennon, Hayden Klein, Diana Panic, Don Lamprad, Jacob Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Ed Gardner, Matt Richards, Nick Notch, Jeremy Doobie, Charles Jackson, Christian Brennan, Celia Brewer, and Christina Cowan, who was on a mission to clinch the championship, but was not to be her day. But the day will belong to Lena Savage, to Gabrielle Bryan, and with that, Faith Johnson will clinch the championship. You see the trophy right there? She needed that, and with, obviously, you see, that's our season. So let's look at the points for this. The final point standings, with Faith Johnson winning the Sunoco Busch Series Championship, she has the option. Faith, you have the option, number 1, if you would like to keep your car, and number 2, if you would like to get a guaranteed spot in the Sunoco Cup Series for Season 2. With that win, you will get that guarantee. So, Faith Johnson will get that guarantee. Keith Batson is in 2nd. Christina Cowan's in 3rd. Tim Freilich will finish 4th. And Tim Gardner will round out the top 5. Now, I'm actually in a giving mood right now. Keith Batson and Christina Cowan, while you two finished 2nd and 3rd, you will have the option of keeping your cars. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to be sure if you're going to be riding Sunoco Cup or Sunoco Busch next year. That'll be to be determined. But you have an option to keep your cars. And we'll put you in. You actually have an option. You can either keep your cars and stay in Sunoco Busch, or just pick random cars for Sunoco Cup. That's your option. You can do that. So, that's where we stand as far as that is concerned for Keith Batson and Christina Cowan. But Faith Johnson, you can keep your car and go to Sunoco Cup if you are so inclined. Tim Freilich, Tim Gardner, Andre Castro, obviously the rest from 4 on down, you'll have to pick from the sign-ups when we do it. So, be fast. You can get in. Maybe you'll get a Sunoco Cup spot there. So Tim Freilich, Tim Gardner, Andre Castro, Mike Doobie, Jordan Hetzer, Gerald Dickmat, and Nick Knotts, your top 10. Then Ralph Green, Hayden Klein, Kelsey McEwen, Juliet Leonard, Dougie Shears, Alexander Wilson Leach, Adam Fiegel, Celia Brewer, Gabrielle Bryan, and Casey Hutchinson will tail that. Adam Chambers, who had a great turnaround after missing a bunch of races early on, finishing 21st. Don Lamprad as well, won twice this year. Matthew Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Emily Johnson, Matt Richards, Grace Freeman, Jason Wong, Ken Johnson, Courtney Winterbauer, Zed Weinstein, Jack Richards, Trey Roberts, Jeremy Doobie, Jacob Rodriguez, Grace Gwennon, Christian Brennan, Diana Panic, Ed Gardner, Charles Jackson, Ann Batson, and Lena Savage. Ann, who had a horrible year despite winning twice, has got 4 DNFs as well. And Lena Savage, who also had a very haphazard year as well. Diana Panic also with 3 wins, but 8 DNFs as well. So, that's where we stand as the finale of the Sunoco Busch Series. We got one more championship to crown. It's Sunoco Cup Series.